Let me start with this. What looks like a round brush is heated. So it's a heated round brush that now curls your hair, straightens your hair, lifts your hair, volumizes your hair, redirects your hair, gives you amazing second day hair, and smooths your hair. And let me just say, it's called the Perfector. The original was popular. This one, called the Pro Grip, is not even available at retail. We've sold about 250,000 of these. I own it, I use it every single morning. It gives me the most awesome bump on the crown of my head where I get flat. It smooths my hair. It's just so awesome, this thing, and it's so dummy-proof easy. So there's a look at your choices, right? First, choose a color: navy, purple, pink, gray, comes with the cute case. Then once you've got your color down, you gotta choose your size. Do you want the 1-inch diameter, which is typically for shorter hair, good for shorter bangs, good for shorter layers, just good for shorter hair? Or the bigger, which is 1.5 inch. And that's been really popular because not only is that great for longer hair, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm a shorter hair girl, duh, and I like the big one. So whatever you want to choose, we're going to show you how to use it. Plus, we have it on 4 easy payments. Maria's here. Hi. Hi. By the way, my dad just got his hair done at Maria's salon the other day and loved it. She owns a thriving salon just outside of Philly. She sees thousands and thousands of clients. She does a lot of the host hair. And so Perfector, I always say, girl, it's that thing you invented because people loved when they were in your chair. But then they would go home and say, when I'm not in your chair, I can't do my hair. Like, it never looks like you make it look.
Exactly. And what they love, and I think you probably have the same experience, is they love the volume, the body, like the lift we get because we're on top of your head.
Total.
But with the Perfector, I mean, I designed it different, so it's not like your typical heat styling tool. The barrel's in there, but because I aligned these teeth, that's what's holding it to the hair. So now you don't have to worry about singes, crimps, clamp marks, any of that stuff. You won't have that. And also, you don't have to worry about burning yourself.
There's no burning.
Right? I have it right on Sue's head. I'm not burning her. I'm touching it. It's on the high heat. And you just brush it in. It glides through real easily. And then very simply, you get smooth. Now, this is Sue's natural hair, right? So she's naturally has curl. It fuzzes on certain days, right? She's telling me. But we don't have to wash it. We don't have to blow dry it. We don't have to do anything. We're actually going to let Sue do it.
It's so easy. I'm gonna grab one as well because I want to do it while we're talking just to prove to you.
Oh, good. You can have the big one you like.
I love. So 1.5 or 1 inch. Is it helpful for you to tell people how they make their choice?
Like, without a doubt. I mean, so if this is your first time getting a Perfector, I would say if you're shoulder length or shorter, get the 1 inch. And if you're longer, you get the 1.5. But if you're someone like Sean who knows her brush size and you like that wider barrel, she's using the wider barrel on short hair, and then you get that lift.
And you get the lift. But the cool thing is, like, I think, Maria, curling irons, and I know you're going to talk about the technology, and this is good for long, medium, short, fine, thick, thin, works on everybody, never burns. I'm holding it right there. Never burns your hand, never burns your scalp, never fries your hair, never dries your hair, never breaks your hair. And it's not a curling iron that's going to give you a Shirley Temple tight curl, but it's also, as you're going to show us, not just a curling device, because it can also straighten the hair.
Exactly, and we'll show that too, and we're using it on all hair types. But as far as the technology goes, that's something that's really important because it's not your typical heated iron. It's not like that at all. First of all, when you get your Perfector, you get to choose your heat. So if you like lower heat because your hair's sensitive or fine, you can go from 325 to 395. It turns on the fusion technology. That ceramic and ionic technology marry together. The ceramic is evenly heating that barrel. It's what starts to smooth and shine your hair. And then the ionic is what's putting the moisture into your hair. And then that's why you get all that extreme volume, and it lasts all day. So I just did this to Chrissy hairs because Chrissy did a great job doing it under, but as you can see, I flipped it out. But just what I really like to show is, even though I had that sitting on her ends the whole time I was telling you about the technology, there's no drying out. It's shinier, right? It's smoother. It's not gonna split those ends, you know, take the condition out of the ends. It's really like a treatment that you're using. Every time you brush, the hair just gets shinier and smoother.
It's perfect for second day hair when you're trying to revive hair that you've slept on without washing and blow drying it. It's perfect if you want to air dry your hair and use this as the styling device. It's perfect if you need volume and you normally are like backcombing and teasing and looking for every shampoo that can possibly give it to you because you've lost it with age or never had it to begin with. And I'll also just tell you, because Maria's college-age daughter and I both use it for the next reason I'm going to tell you. Aside from the fact that it is so awesome and easy and multitasker, I actually don't want to curl my bangs and the front of my hair because I want them to be pin straight. But I constantly want to smooth them to give them shine and take away the frizz and just really finish them. And I know Michaela uses it for that too. She doesn't use it to curly hair.
Exactly. And if you know, sometimes when you go to the salon and when they do it, your hair, it doesn't have that roughness anymore. It's nice and smooth and shiny.
Polished.
Very polished. Well, if you just use the Perfector as a brush, which is what you're talking about, my daughter, you know, she wears her hair straighter and it's long and it's thick and it has flyaways, but she was taking my Perfector and I wasn't sure why, because she doesn't curl it. So, but what I found out was that she's just brushing the smoothness, just like you're doing, just getting rid of the fuzziness, right?
Yep.
Get rid of any flyaways. It just takes on more of a polished look, like you said.
So this is a hot pick on our day. We're not even done with January. We've started a new year. Maybe you're taking on little resolutions to try and better your life, organize your life, lose weight, get fit. What about the little changes that help save you time and make you feel so much awesomely better about the way you look? You're looking right now at an extraordinary reason why women love this for volume and for short hair. Remember, 4 easy payments. This is the model that you can't get at retail. The original has been at retail and has sold out at major retailers. We have the colors. You just have to choose the size, the 1.5 inch or the 1 inch. The Perfector Pro Grip is actually the one that we have sold 250,000 of. And I've actually never told Maria this. I know her rollers are extremely famous. She used them on me on my wedding day. We've sold hundreds of thousands of those as well. But this is actually my favorite tool that you make. Totally favorite tool.
Because it's so easy, right? And it's, you could just get up in the morning, even if you haven't washed your hair and your hair is a flat mess, like you just saw in Cindy's before. You know, she just came in, it's just flat, just got fine hair. And even though her hair is this short, I don't have to worry about burning her. And I'm literally just slowly brushing through her hair, getting that lift. And we got rid of the cowlick that's in the back of her head by just, you know, doing it right in that area. I mean, I'd love to show that because my mom has the same thing. She sits in the recliner and this gets really flat. So she doesn't have to rewash her hair. Just put the Perfector right in there. You don't have to have eyes behind the back of your head. Leave it in there for 5 or 10 seconds if you really have bad cowlicks or flat spots. And then that quickly, when you pop it out, you know, it's just so easy to get all that lift and that perfect curl every single time.
And I do want to point out, because we're very busy on the phone lines, short hair awesome, for lift and volume and redirecting and taming, awesome. We were just looking at a gal who has short hair, and I can tell she colors her hair, because she also has some gray in her hair. I always feel bad pointing that out, but girl, we've all got it. And you know, this is the cool thing, right? For silver hair,
without a doubt,
it does not yellow the hair like a curling iron that heat does.
So it's so different for a couple of reasons. Like the silver hair, when you take the hot irons to it, it starts to singe it and yellow it, and no one with beautiful silver hair wants that yellowing tone. So with the fusion technology, the non-metal barrel, you'll never have that. And the shine, every time you brush that beautiful silver hair, the shine comes out, which is really great.
Maria's technology, we're gonna take a phone call, is always about feeding the hair nutrients while styling the hair. This is essentially having Maria, her 2 hands, her assistant, her blow dryer, her tools, her brushes, in your bathroom. And this is the result.
Sue did it herself.
She did it totally by herself.
So we walked down and talked to 2 models. She just comes in naturally with her hair, you know, dry on its own, right? And then for her to be able to get this look to me, without me touching it.
Looks like you did it.
Looks like I did it, doesn't it? It excites me every time I see it.
But I do want to point out too, because I know we're showing this and her hair's adorable.
Look at the back.
Any length hair can use this. And this is the tool that does every style, because while it curls and volumizes, it can also completely straighten hair too.
Right, and we'll show that on, we'll show that on Allie's hair.
So
but I have curly hair just like Sue, and my favorite thing is to wake up at 5 a.m. when I gotta get the kids going. My hair dries, I take a quick shower and it just dries by itself. But by the time I get all the kids off, then I take the Perfector to my hair. So I just cut out the blow dry step. And it's just so much easier.
That's a great point. It's a time saver, and it also is that finisher step.
Right.
So, hey, we're gonna start working on what long hair looks like and how we both curl and straighten it. But I do want to work in Sharon from Ohio, because she's getting one today. I don't know if she's ever tried any of your tools before, but this is my favorite one. So Sharon, welcome. It's Sean and Maria, the co-founder of Calista Tools. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thanks. How are you?
Really
Great.
good, really good. What, you're getting purple, I hear, right?
Yes,
What size did you get?
I got the small.
You got
I
the
have
1 inch.
baby fine hair,
Okay.
and I'm getting ready to go to Europe, and I generally use hot rollers. Well, obviously, I can't take hot rollers with me to Europe, so I thought I would try this. I've been wanting to, and I thought, well, this is the time to do it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's
so
my
is you have
favorite
long
tool.
hair or short hair? Or medium?
It's sort of in between.
Okay, great, 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 great.
And Sharon, what do you need? Do you need curl? Do you need volume? Do you need straightening? What do you need?
I need pearls and volume.
Curls and volume.
I'm gonna jump back to Sue
wanna go
real
back?
quick to show you something.
Here, let's show you something, Sharon. We're gonna go back to Sue.
Because you said you have baby fine hair. And one
Yes.
thing that's really wonderful for even if your hair's longer than Sue's, you can just put it in. I'll turn Sue to the side so you can see this.
Yeah.
You can just put it in, even if your hair's long. I do this to my hair all the time. And just let it sit in that root like that. Just sit like there. You don't even have to curl the whole thing, right? And then what happens is, if you give that like 10 seconds, when you pop out, you're gonna have so much lift at your root, like that. You see that? No matter where you wanna do that, you can use it because your hair's fine, like you're saying, and I'm sure you know you like to get some lift into it so it's not flat to your head, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sharon.
So I don't use a curling iron anymore because they're so hard on your hair. So I think this is the answer to what I need.
Totally agree. I don't know, and you know, I don't want to like be mean about curling irons because I know they're still on the market and there's a place and a time for them, but they're just a very one-dimensional tool. And like you use a curling iron to curl your hair, and you know the kind of curl you're going to get from a curling iron, and then the curling iron can burn your hands and your scalp and your hair, and like, you know, it's a very one-dimensional path a curling iron gives, but this is super safe and cool to the touch virtually. It never burns you, and it does curly, it does straight, it does volume, it does shine, it does polish, everything.
And what I like to add is the reason why you like your rollers, I would say Sharon likes your rollers, is because you're not getting that flattening from a curling iron, because the curling iron has two plates pushing your hair, your fine hair, even flatter, then curling it. But with the Perfector, you're not ever clamping the hair, so you're never flattening it out. You're just always adding the volume.
That's great. Sharon, let us know how it works out. Have fun on the trip.
I will. Thank you so much.
Don't forget your converter and adapter. You're going to need that to use this.
Exactly.
Take care.
Exactly. That's on my shopping list for today.
Well, check out QVC.com. I don't know if we have those, but if we do, it's a one-stop shop. Sharon.
Okay, there you go.
Enjoy. Bon voyage. So great.
So with Allie's, we showed how to curl it, right? Because with the Perfector, it's a little different. You start at the top. But what I love about the Perfector is that even if Allie had this done and 2 days later, it's still going to be in there until she washes it. But she decides she's going out and she wants her hair straight, right? So she can, again, take the Perfector. Now, we have the larger 1.5 inch that we're using because her hair is longer than her shoulders. I can touch her. I'm right on her forehead. It doesn't matter, right? I'm not going to burn her. I'm not going to be me. Instead of having to put her hair in between the clamps, which sometimes leaves clamps marked, singes it a little bit, all I have to do is just give it a little tension, do it just like a brush.
Now you're using this to straighten.
Right, and then I just completely can straighten. So if you're looking for straight or just some straight with some volume.
So cool.
Right, so now we have our hair straight that just has a little end.
We're like out of time, but can we go back to Cindy real quick too?
Yeah.
Because I thought she was a really good demonstration, and a lot of women were like, wait, show Cindy again, because Cindy's got short hair.
Right.
She needs the lift and volume.
Right.
She has in there colored hair that, by the way, is not damaged from the heat, but she also has gray hair woven in that maybe it's harder to see for you at home.
Right.
And that gray's never going to turn yellow like with other heat
And
tools.
with it short, all you have to do is just brush through. See, I'm just rolling it through.
Yeah.
And just by brushing it, I'm giving her volume. And even though her hair's fine, this is actually infusing the moisture to give her that volume. And clients that I have that had short hair like this, they're like, Maria, I can't use a curling iron. I'm burning myself.
Totally.
It's too short.
Yep.
But with the Perfector, you can have it right on your scalp. You can touch it, just brush it through. If you have those cowlicks in the back that come up, you know, when you wake up, you could see her cowlick right there. All you have to do is go right into that spot the second day, let it sit there for 10 seconds, and then just roll right through again, and you can get rid of it.
I love you.
Love you, too.
And I love the Perfector so much that not only is it my #1 favorite cool tool that Maria makes, and you know she has the rollers too, but also I own 2 of them. That's like overkill, right? Here you go rather. You pick a color, pink, gray, purple, navy, then you pick a size. The 1 inch, typically good for shorter hair, like chin length and above, or the 1.5, typically good for hair longer than chin. However, 1.5 in the navy down here and the purple, starting to get a little limited, comes with the bag. Just letting you know, Easy Pay is awesome on QVC. It's a great way to try things out when you're just not sure if it's gonna work for you.